Today on SLEDHEAD 24/7, step inside the trailer of Team LaVallee as we discover the lifestyle of a professional snowcross racer. Pallein explains why he saddles up with Polaris. Time for a trip to the home of horsepower as Speedworks shares the latest tools for a blast if you want to go fast. Snow and ice are rarely soft. Explore the best way to protect your paws on the trail with rocks and find out why the top teams race with rocks. And we're loaded up the Ram to enjoy a little windshield time on a Ram road trip to the hometown of Tucker Hibbert. Get ready, SLEDHEAD 24/7 is headed down the trail and starts now.
Welcome everyone to this week's episode of SLEDHEAD 24/7, your show for everything snowmobile. Now riding always puts me in a good mood, and there's one racer that seems to always be smiling.
You could be talking about only one person. You walk into the Team LaVallee trailer, and the first guy you see is Pallein. Smile and have a good time. He is one Polaris racer that is top notch.
Don't worry, be happy. That's the song they're singing at Team LaVallee. And the lead singer has got to be this man, Senior Smile, Pallein.
Really technical straw modification here. She's a little bit long for me.
You gotta mod it up.
Modify it. Yeah, see, I got, I don't know. It's complicated.
Now in his 6th season, Kyle is delighted to be a part of Team LaVallee, and he's already been responsible for providing some classic great racing.
They call him Senior Smile on the 324 Polaris, Pallein.
It's a drag race down the hill.
This is going to be a tight finish. Watch Tucker charging.
Takes the triple. Pallein towards the Amsoil finish line will do it. Pallein takes the win
By 48 thousandths of a second.
What a race!
It's just fun for me. I mean, that's why I'm here. You know, I really enjoy it. It's just a good time. It's a great way to get out there and mix it up with the other guys and put on a great show for the fans. So it's fun. That's why I love it.
At the helm of Team LaVallee, likable Levi LaVallee. After a successful racing career, Levi continues to set the pace. Recently, Levi established the world record for jumping a snowmobile. Today, Levi sets the tone for his team, and Kyle is like a sponge, soaking up all he can from launching Levi.
It's nice to see a guy that's got such great personality and is motivated and driven to succeed. He wants to do whatever it takes to win, and so we work really well together.
He's done it, throughout his whole race career. He's done really well with keeping it fun, but also knowing how to work hard at the same time. So that's been huge to just have him as a mentor and an influencer for me.
Kyle and Levi, they have a pretty unique relationship. I mean, there's the business side of things as one, but there's also like this little brother, big brother thing going on.
One of the things that he's really good at is the really technical, steep and deep holes. He's really good at popping up over that stuff and soaking those bumps up, and he does a great job with it. He's got a little bit taller guy, so he's got extra leg to kind of pull the sled over the bumps and kind of soak things up.
On the track, Kyle is impressed with his latest sled. Working with Polaris has been an exciting adventure.
It's pretty cool how fast you can adapt to the new style and that, and I mean just the way that Polaris has designed it for us. They really took our rider feedback into consideration, and it made our job that much easier to be able to hop on and feel comfortable right away. So pretty awesome, and I've been really pleased with the sled this year.
In what has been called a race for the ages, Pallein and Tucker Hibbert went back and forth, to and fro at the snowcross shootout in Deadwood.
Down the front stretch there, the back stretch they go for the final time. Pallein to the outside, Tucker to the inside.
On the gas, Kyle. You got to rail through here full throttle.
Tucker to the inside. It's a drag race down the front stretch. Deadwood goes crazy. Who will win?
No, Tucker got the line.
And Tucker got the win by
Inside.
1/100th of a second in Deadwood.
As the season gets into high gear, the logical follow-up is more great racing from Kyle and the entire crew at Team LaVallee. And you'll most likely find them at the top of the box.
Now there's definitely a reason why we call Kyle Pallein Senior Smiley.
Or the Super Youper, as they call him in Michigan.
When SLEDHEAD 24/7 returns, why do the top race teams all ride with rocks? We'll head to the pits and northern Minnesota for the story on rocks handguards. What's the latest news from Speedworks? It's all about the new Black Cats and how the latest accessories will make a difference on your next mountain ride. Take a Ram road trip to Tucker Hibbert's hometown. A rare look at how the 10-time national champ preps for the season.
One of the big questions that I get is, what is the difference between Interceptor and Dominator? It isn't that tough. Dominator is designed to be on the racetrack. Interceptor is designed for the trail. I can explain a little bit further. Dominator utilizes a completely different ingredient package. It has heavier base oils designed for ultimate protection of these high revving race engines, whereas Interceptor is a little bit more well-rounded. It covers your cold temperature needs. It has your power valve cleanliness, and it also has your engine protection. So no matter where you ride, we've got you covered. Dominator for the track, Interceptor for the trail.
SLEDHEAD 24/7 is brought to you by AmSoil. Protect your weekend. By Polaris. Terrain domination. Arctic Cat. Share our passion. Skidoo Snowmobiles. What matters is what's next. FXR. World-class outerwear. And by Ram Trucks. America's longest lasting pickups.
Now Jeff, riding hard can have a lot of big payoff, but there's always that occasional bumper bruise. Really the key to riding hard is protection.
Well, protection, what we're talking about is rocks. And what they have is a great hand guard. Not only does it keep the roost and debris from hitting in the hands, it keeps your hot grips and your hands a little bit warmer.
Riding and racing a snowmobile sure is big-time fun, but it can also be a big-time challenge. Take a look at what we mean. The snow and ice can be a challenge, and that's why proper protection is a must. Perhaps what's maybe the easiest way to a safe ride is via rocks.
Well, we're Rock Speed Effects. We've been in business since 1999. Rocky, my cousin, got together with Steve Shearing and started doing some co-development of some product with the goal of making riders more comfortable. Making the riders more comfortable makes them faster, and you get there by improving ergonomics and in control.
We want to be not only the trendsetters in performance, but we also want to look good and have something that's functional. Like the new guards he makes for us are fantastic. We race in temperatures anywhere from 70 above to minus 40, and it's critical to drivers' hands, and he's the solution to our problem.
So, you know, the guys at Rock, they have a really great product, and they're just always coming into the trailer asking, do you need anything? What can we do better? And that's what I really like, you know, just working with people like that and that have a great product and are willing to try to always improve on it and just make it better.
Rock's handguards are great. We got some new ones this year that are way bigger than the ones we've been using previously, so I'm excited to be out there and hopefully not get roosted, but get roosted just to test them out and see how great they work.
One of the things that we worked on, and that was a creation from Steve, was this what we call the ProChuck handguard. It's an oversized handguard that we've developed in cooperation with them, and kind of widens the area of protection over the hand and keeps the hands from getting hurt if you're trading paint with somebody else. and we can add foam on there on the cold days to keep the fingers nice and warm so the riders can continue to ride hard and comfortable. Then kind of another thing we've developed, we have a whole variety of products that fit into the footwell area that can improve whether you're a snowcrosser or whether you're a trail rider. Rock's products can be bought through your local dealerships, anybody who's in Western Power Sports or Parts Unlimited. And in Canada, you can get it from Parts Canada or Kimpex dealers. And actually, we're overseas as well, in Finland, Pallein, and Sweden as well. So.
Still ahead, Straight Up USA Horsepower is the name, and today the Black Cats are the game. We'll explain how mountain riding will never be the same. But first, time for an ISOC update as we look back on the AMSOIL National.
We're about to go green in AMSOIL Pro Open. It's in the starter's hands. And we're racing in Duluth. AMSOIL Pro Open is on the racetrack, and that is an AMSOIL Pro Open sled with the Stud Boy hole shot. That's the 13 of Lincoln Lemieux with the Stud Boy hole shot, and he is out front with a vengeance. Lincoln Lemieux trying to check out, but look at these two. It's the run second. There are 11 laps to go. Tucker's off his sled.
Look at that though, he didn't pull his tether off.
Pallein and Tremblay battling for second. And Tremblay moves into second for the moment.
You heard what I said about the AMSOIL sleds here at the Duluth Nationals, cheering Speed Sport. Both their sleds currently sitting in first and second place.
Through the final turn, the final time. It's a drag race down the hill. It's Lemieux, it's Tremblay. And the checkers are in the air. The flames will fly for the 13. Lincoln Lemieux has won the AMSOIL Pro Open Final in Duluth.
Now, Jeff, it's always fun to explore new trails on the snowmobiles, but you have to have a way to get there.
Well, yeah, getting there is half the fun. When we load up our Ram, we get the whole crew, Cubby, Harmonica, Joe, myself, we get in there, we go out, and we have a blast. And the Ram just makes it that much easier for us to do it.
Loading up the Ram, all part of SLEDHEAD 24/7 Snowmobile Road Trip. Now, Ram is the official truck of ISOC, the national race organization that creates and manages snowcross racing, from tracks to scoring to race day activities and network TV shows.
And they're racing in New York. Into the first straightaway they go.
Oh, Hibbert off axis was able to gather it back up.
ISOC knows plenty about working in harsh conditions and how to master some of the most challenging conditions on the planet. At the heart of it all, a Ram truck.
My favorite part of this truck is the heated steering wheel. I love the leather seats, the backrest with the heat or the cold. You know, you can have air conditioning in the summer too, it's awesome. But I think what I really like is the sound this bad boy makes. Throaty and sexy sounding. It might be manly, but us women like it too.
One racer known for being Ram tough is Tucker Hibbert. Last fall, we took a Ram road trip to visit Tucker in his hometown of Thief River Falls, Minnesota. This is the home of Arctic Cat and wide open spaces. It was also a rare chance to hang out with one of the greatest racers of all time, a glimpse into how he prepares for the season. One secret to the success at Team Tucker is Ram truck.
For me, it's easy right now to put in the hard work and the time and do all the necessary things because I have such a great group of people surrounding me that are there to do it with me and enjoy it. So it's just super fun. I mean, it's work, and there's definitely times and days that get long and crazy and stressful, and it's not a 9-to-5 job by any means. I don't know, I'd be surprised if you could show me too many more people that work as hard as our whole group does. It's pretty ridiculous at times, but it's worth it because it's so much fun, and crossing the finish line, that's what it's all about.
Another Ram road trip, and we can't wait for the next one. Speedworks is known nationwide as the home of horsepower. When SLEDHEAD 24/7 returns, this one-of-a-kind speed shop has a new twist for the folks who love deep powder and mountains.
SLEDHEAD 24/7 is brought to you by AMSOIL. Protect your weekend. Stud Boy. Traction with an attitude. Straight line performance. Ziegler Cat. Exceptional service backing the best equipment. The U.S. Air Force. Aim high.
Welcome back to SLEDHEAD 24/7. Now, we've been taking our time hanging out on the North Shore trails, going riding, but let's talk about speed. Now, one of the best speed shops around, maybe in the entire world, is in Forest Lake, Minnesota, and that place is Speedworks.
You know, Speedworks, I've known the Hools for years. I think if you tapped into Jeremy Hool's veins, it isn't blood, it's race fuel.
We're introducing and showing you guys a sled build here today that it's actually Rob Kincaid's backcountry supercharged backcountry sled for the 2017 season, which we've showed you guys the past few years. Nothing new there. What's new though is the Black Cats theme. The Black Cats is a program that Arctic Cats put together to showcase, you know, Arctic Cats product, Speedworks product, Motor Fist riding gear, Fox shocks, put together the ultimate backcountry team, which consists of Rob Kincaid, Dave McClure, Brett Turcotte, Corey Davis. Rob and Dave sleds this year. They're going to be superchargers again. We've been doing that theme with them now for the past 4 or 5 years. They'll be supercharged sleds, but they're also going to feature some Arctic Cat accessories out of their accessories catalog. You know, gas caps, pull rope handles, some different graphics, custom colors as far as the body panels go, different seat cover, running boards, the new Pro mountain bumpers, front and rear, offered exclusively through the Arctic Cat accessories catalog, or industry-leading Speedworks supercharger kit. These sleds will be putting out about 225 horse on premium pump gas. They feature our water-to-air intercooler setup. It's a complete, full, 100% ready to pull the rope and ride setup with everything right down to the clutching, fuel injectors, fuel controller, charge box, exhaust pipe, everything. So full bolt on and go. You guys are going to get to see all this stuff, and then even cooler, you're going to get to see it on the snow and in action too. Partway through the build here, and before we got everything wrapped up, we kind of wanted to show you this thing from the inside out so you could see its guts. We change out the cylinder head. We go 1 point lower in compression with the cylinder head compared to stock, just to help prevent detonation. And boosted motors respond a little bit better to a lower compression setup. Obviously, you can see the supercharger itself. This is the main piece. This is the heart, the pulse to this whole package. Obviously, everything else with the kit ties in and makes it work really, really well. Throttle bodies are off, getting larger injectors. You've seen the heat exchanger for the water-to-air part of the water-to-air cooler. That's the heat exchanger for the water or the coolant that goes into the heat exchanger. Down in the bottom, you guys saw that get installed. Our Speedworks Y-pipe clutches are pulled off, getting that installed. You can see the lower pulley and stuff is installed. Again, these are all parts and pieces to that 225 horsepower recipe that you guys are going to get to see these guys ripping around on and showing you guys what they're capable of. As you guys can see, the build is about 90% wrapped up, 95%. A few loose ends to tie up here and there. Sled's going to be heading out west pretty soon. We're going to heat cycle it, make sure everything's good and broke in. So when Rob gets it, we know he's going to squeeze on her pretty hard. And Rob's going to show you guys what that thing's capable of. In fact, the whole Black Cats team all season is going to be able to show you guys what the Arctic Cat snowmobiles are capable of in the backcountry. You know, you're going to have Brett Turcotte, Corey Davis, Rob Kincaid, David McClure. They're going to be out there bashing on these things, showing you guys what the Cat product is capable of. And they're also going to be showing you what the Speedworks products are capable of. You know, whether it's Brett with his Stage 2, Stage 3 kit on his 800, Corey with his 925, or Rob and Dave with their superchargers at 225 horsepower and pump gas. You guys, that's 100 horsepower over stock at elevation on pump gas. Those things are an absolute animal. and they're going to show you for sure what those things are capable of.
See if this thing will start, and make sure she's ready to go for old RMR.
Well, that's a look at Speedworks. Jeff, what are some of the top racers that use Speedworks?
Well, it goes without mention, Tucker Hibbert. So keep an eye on what Tucker Hibbert has going on with Speedworks, and then watch SLEDHEAD 24/7. We got a bunch of builds we're going to be covering with Speedworks.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's episode, but make sure you check us out live on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and at SLEDHEAD247.com.
Join us next week on SLEDHEAD 24/7. We'll go one-on-one with Polaris racer Cody Cam. Does number 53 have what it takes to be number 1 and the new national champ? And we'll ride, rate, and review the latest sleds as we share some great destinations up north. We'll see you next week on SLEDHEAD 24/7.